Big Bear, right?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Welcome
Oh my gosh.
to Henshin Hangout.
I just wanted to show it off. I'm sorry.
No, these are really...
No, yeah. Well, welcome to Henshin Hangout. I noticed you guys will notice something a little bit different when it comes to, co-hosts that I'm sitting next to.
I'm Daryl.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm wearing glasses too. That's why you can't...
That's why you guys couldn't...
And
yeah,
I am also Daryl. We are together. We
are Daryl.
Yeah, and see, what we've done, we've actually split Daryl. And now we have...
this is Daryl as the voice actor, and this is just Daryl as the fan.
There you go.
And that's what happened.
These are real things that happen, people, and it only happens here on Henshin Hangout.
Henshin Hangout.
No, but honestly, you'll notice Daryl isn't here. Things are changing, guys. Things are changing. We're shaking some things up when it comes to the casting of Henshin Hangout, and I'm here to, I guess, say hi and goodbye before the last episode. Well, gentlemen, please introduce yourselves.
I'm Jezer. You guys know that already. So it's Justin.
Hi.
And you guys may have recognized Justin from, the Kamen Rider corner in an hour ago with the Ranger wrap-up.
Yeah.
Very popular one. Very good one. You guys will now be taking over the helm. Mm-hmm. Is that right?
I think more so him.
Or is it just more so you,
more
right?
So me, yeah.
Okay, it's going to be you, Paula, and
Daryl when he can come back.
Yeah, that's
and,
right.
Whoever else can join that show.
That's right.
So if you want to come back, just say, hey.
Hey, I can show up whatever,
Because Super Sentai knows how to do it.
Yeah.
Yes, that is very true. That's very true. I mean, look at the jacket here.
Right?
This jacket is nice.
God.
That looks...
Nice and blue.
Is it comfortable?
It's pretty comfortable. It's like a regular leather jacket.
It's snazzy, man.
Yeah, it's
kind of snazzy there. I like that. Man, that's what's his name? Garu's jacket, right?
Jacket, yeah.
Ooh, nice. Yep. You gotta get his side cut though, and like.
yeah. You need that all on one side. That swoop.
Yep.
So you can say your prayers.
So we got 2 episodes today.
Yep.
Woo!
Episode 46. Episode 47.
God.
We're near the end.
So much.
It's getting close.
So much happened. I don't know if I was ready for it. I wasn't ready for any of it. I was not ready for any of it. This show gets me to such a height and then just says, we're not going down, and the train's still going, and it just keeps going, and it gets better and better. Oh my gosh.
I think with the first episode, they spread themselves too thin.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, they got one person running a Zord, and the rest of them are kind of just fighting the...
Well, they got to take care of everything that's happening down below, man. You know, so they had to be hands on, and ultimately, you understand why they end up doing it and why they did it that way on episode 47.
Right.
But episode 46. Mm-hmm. So we start off, or we find ourselves pretty much. Well,
they're getting
we're screwed.
Yeah. They're like, we're gonna go after Donna Margin.
Yeah, like there's no holds barred. We are here. We are going to end it today. Mm-hmm. That is how they at least they look to take care of it. But a lot happens.
A lot.
And a lot that they didn't expect, and neither did we.
Yeah.
Do you think it was a bad idea bringing the Phoenix Soldier into battle?
No. I mean, like, at the end
because they knew he was already not at full capacity, you know.
Oh yeah,
True.
But at the end of the day, it's like they knew he was going to get into that. They knew he was going to stick around with that. Like he just can't leave him, and that's what he wants.
Yeah,
he wants to finish it.
Well, he was still concerned with his boy Cuervo, you know. So
yeah,
he was like, I can still save him, and you're like, he can't. He's
it's
dead,
not technically
man.
Cuervo anymore. I mean, once he turned into Donna Margin.
Yes and no, right? At this episode, we find out it's a little more complex than that.
Yeah, it is.
Like at first I'm like, oh yeah, like once poor Cuervo, like once he died and like Donna Margate, but no, we find out in this episode like Cuervo's like, nah, dude, I've always resented
I've
this.
been here and I didn't really want this. This wasn't the way things were supposed to go.
Yeah.
He's a little more weak-willed than
Tsurugi.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely he was because he was kind of like
but
power.
Like,
okay.
How deep is their friendship that he's willing to just sacrifice anything just to save him, even though he knows where he stands right now.
That's what I kind of like about it. Like Cuervo's literally telling him, "I never cared for you the same way you cared for me."
Yep.
And Tsurugi's like, "I don't care.
I don't care." No, yeah. Well, at that point, Tsurugi's like, "I did a whole lot to get here, and I don't want to look wrong.
Yeah.
So we're gonna still go with this because." my boys are here. You know, I got a whole crew here. My squad is here, and I can't let them know, hey, we went all this way for nothing.
Yep. Right.
So I'm gonna fight.
You're gonna fight.
That's it, and that was it. And ultimately, still didn't work out too well.
No.
And then there's a ton of the Doctor's Bull robots now.
Professor Anton.
Oh, yeah.
Just had a bunch of them just running around.
Oh my god, a lot of mini.
One thing I can say about the Super Sentai show is they know how to set everything up.
Yeah. No. This is again. It's last stops right now. It's like we're getting swarms of armies, swarms of whatever. I forgot what the name. The Greys. That's what they're called, right?
Yeah.
And Professor Anton's cat bull robot.
Yeah. Whatever they were, it just literally the armies were insurmountable. Like they were just so large, and they were like 12, 13 of you guys. Yeah. That's not gonna help.
They should have probably set it up where they have 11 of the Rangers go against Donna Margit, and then the Lucky, uses his Psycho Globe and just takes on everybody else. So I feel like that would have been easier.
Yeah, actually, that would have been sense. Well, they could have just been like, "Hey, Phoenix Soldier, we know you're not doing well. Just kind of phase in and beat all of them. You took down an Armada before. I think you can take down these guys.
I think you should be.
Yeah.
They're just trying to. I don't know.
What in this episode that really stuck out for you guys?
Like, the very end.
The very end.
The very end.
Yeah.
When Commander just.
Sacrifice, man.
Yeah.
Spoilers if you guys haven't watched it, man. But oh my god.
Also, what are you doing watching this if you haven't seen it yet?
Yeah, seriously.
Is there people in here that haven't seen the episode yet? Nah, they're fine. They'll learn. Yeah. They know. They see the name on the title on the video.
You should know. But no, that
shout out to everybody in there. I'm sorry, we didn't even mention you guys
what
yet.
was the thing that stood out most?
For me, it's actually that last strike. Basically, we're going to the end. We're just talking about the end of episode 46, and it is that last strike where Cuervo just goes for just one more attack on Tsurugi. And now this Cuervo sans Donna Margay stuff. It's just little sad Cuervo.
Yeah.
And it's tragic because that's a mercy kill.
It was.
It
was.
And that's.
But I knew it wasn't going to end there though. Because that would have been way too easy for them.
They have 2 more episodes.
He knew. Tsurugi knew that something was going to happen.
Right. No. He's the Phoenix Soldier.
Yeah.
Something was going to come up with that.
Exactly.
So, that's also why when it's like, oh, he's dying, I went, yeah, I guess.
I'm like, Phoenix Soldier? Yeah. No.
So maybe I missed it. Is it because his old age is catching up to him, or
power? He gave a lot of his power to Lucky. To Lucky to be
when he got stabbed.
He's running out of juice right now, and he's using everything in the fight. Trying to think of.
Something that really stuck, like anything else that really stuck out.
At this first episode.
I mean, it was pretty much all the fight.
It was all the fighting.
It's a big fight episode.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. There's so much happens. Oh my god.
Orion Megazord just taking out 3 or 4.
Orion!
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So it's like, does he have a mind of his own yet, or?
I don't know.
It was pretty much a fight. It's pretty much Donna Margay and Lucky and Tsurugi fighting each other.
Yeah.
That was what the whole battle came down to.
Oh, there is, of course, the big moment where Lucky gets sucked into a Kyutama.
Oh,
I forgot. That's right. Yeah. That's right.
This is a cool little bit where basically in this moment, if you remember, Lucky gets stuck into a Kyutama. Tsurugi's like, what would you do to him? And we find Lucky wakes up to Hammy on the bridge.
Yeah.
And everyone looks like they lost.
They lost. Yeah.
They lost. Tsurugi died. They lost. They're screwed.
Yeah.
And Commander was like, no, that's it. We tried.
Yeah. We tried.
It'd been nice if they didn't show him. They didn't show him go into the globe, but just cut.
Just cut, and then we're like,
and then you kind of think, oh man, they lost.
They lost. What happened? This is it. And then it pulls out, somehow. Then you're like,
that would have been a little nice twist. For
yeah,
I agree because
we already knew that it was an alternate universe or in the whole globe, and he was eventually gonna get out.
Exactly.
That's a good. No, exactly. No, like when we saw. Yeah, if it was just like a blast of light and then we cut to the bridge.
Where Hammy's right there when he wakes up.
It would have been believable. They're like, oh no, we lost Tsurugi. But it's definitely the moment where everyone was like, I guess we have to give up. I went, no, wait a minute.
Yeah, that's where it was like, oh no, this isn't real.
Yeah.
Nope.
Totally not real. And maybe because possibly, I feel like Stinger was acting a little out of character for that moment, where I'm like, he wouldn't do.
Yeah, really I think that's what gave it away for Lucky. Like, he's like, no, he was just he was listening to everybody. He was just trying to figure out, this isn't right. This isn't how it goes.
The whole point for this is also that, like, to get the team, Lucky is the optimist.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Whole deal. Lucky's the optimist.
That's what he does.
That's what he does. He lived his life on that. On being the Pollyanna of Super Sentai.
Oh, God. That's exactly it.
Yeah.
Hi, guys.
What's going on? No, the idea that this is where Cuervo / Don Armagay is like on, okay, I'm going to destroy your optimism because if he's the source of it. And, of course, you can't destroy.
Lucky.
Can't destroy Lucky's optimism.
No, that's the one thing you can't destroy. Everyone else, possibly. Their bodies, arms, limbs, sure. But not that.
No.
It's the one thing that's impossible. Fortunately, that's him, and it will exist forever, even when he's dead.
Right.
It was just like, where's this sense of optimism? It's a disembodied sense of, what?
So what's going on in the comments?
What we got in the comments? Well, Matt Hunt has said, I thought the pacing for these 2 eps was so on point and loved the sequence in the Q... that's what we said. I always enjoyed when Sentai gets to be metaphysical. Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
We saw that earlier in the season with Stinger's mind.
Oh,
Not Stinger's mind.
Oh, my gosh.
Why am I... Balance and...
Naga's mind,
Where it was like that other version of Naga shows up.
And they fought each other.
Oh,
like that.
God! That was good. That was good. The show that really does take a chance as far as doing that and making sure that the audience gets it. And they don't take it for granted that, hey, our audience is pretty smart, not stupid. So they're like, all right, we're just going to deliver it to you in this way. And you'll get it. You'll understand.
What's the target age? What's the target age for...
Sentai's?
Because it's shown like at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Sentai's usually aim to be like, I believe 4 and under.
4 and under?
4 years old and under?
Yeah, I believe so.
No, but this one isn't it like kind of...
And but in Japan, that's what they consider to be appropriate for watching.
No, but this has to be like a little bit more mature, right?
Definitely, this is like teenagers.
I remember reading it, that's why it's still better than a certain American counterpart.
Yes.
So they don't...
They don't hold back.
They don't hold back.
They're like, hey, 4-year-olds, watch somebody die.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens in the real world.
They don't care. I mean, they don't care. But they know, I think what it is, they trust that the kids who are watching the show aren't going to, how to put it, feel like they need to be talked down to. They can tell these stories that are like, they can have a story where a character does some goofy stuff, but here it's like, characters are dying.
What do you guys think? What if they gave this type of content to the kids here? Do you think they would accept it the same way?
Absolutely.
Or understand the concepts that they're trying to tell?
I think if the kids here would totally get it, it would definitely be not talked down.
I don't think so.
Really?
I don't think so. Because I don't think they'd ever provide it to the kids.
Well, I'm just saying,
but even if hypothetically, then I feel that the parents will jump in and be like, "Oh my child can't take this." And you're like, "What do you mean your child can't take this?" There's animated shows that even do worse right now. They're just like, "But no, not for my poor cute Bella here."
Yeah,
Something like
and
that.
That's fair.
But let's just say, even if that's not the case, and they deliver it, if they deliver it if they deliver it to children, I feel this show would possibly go down in history as one of the best shows on TV, and if they actually did provide it the same exact way in America. If they provided it to America, man, hands down, they'd be like, "Oh my God, this is so good," because it's so complex. The storylines, they're character based and just story driven. It's great. Parents would be like, "Yo, what are you watching?" Oh, yeah. Daddy, shut up. One of those. That's what it would be.
I remember when I was a kid, I rented Robotech. And the Robotech, which is of course Macross, being translated over here. That's a complex show.
Oh yeah.
And I was watching that 5 to 6 and 7, and I wasn't even on there. I had to rent the VHS every week. And I was compelled, and that show had death and love triangles.
Seriously.
And real talk about war. And here I am as a 5-year-old loving it.
Yeah.
And that's my thing is this is characters are dying. Characters are losing their trust in one another or etc. And they feel like the kids can handle it.
Well, see, you have to think about that. Back in the day, we had Transformers. where when
X-Men.
we had the film, people actually died. We had G.I. Joe, where it was like, okay, even going back, you had the show Mask. Mask literally was like, terrorists, terrorists, terrorists. Every day, that's all they would say. Oh, we have to stop the terrorists. We have to stop the terrorists. We're like, what? And then we got older, and then they were like, okay, I guess the kids can handle it, and they gave us X-Men.
Yeah.
You know? Yep. And it was just like, whoa, this is amazing.
And then not just X-Men, they gave us all those animated.
Yeah, exactly.
Batman,
we started going
Batman
through animated series.
Spider-Man was even good, too.
There you go. Like, we had shows that was like, oh, dude, this is good. There are consequences. People can die and all this stuff. And it was like, this is really good. And then just somehow, boom, they took it all away. Yeah. Took it all away. And it's like, oh, we can't go that far anymore. No. Everything has to stop. Yeah. And it's just like, man, this is such a welcome kind of thing where it's like I get to kind of watch it with reckless abandon, where it's just like, okay, look, you know what? Just suspend disbelief. That's the first thing we ask for you to do. And if you do that, we'll tell you a good story. Yeah. And that's exactly what happened. It's like it becomes this whole symbiotic kind of thing. If I suspend disbelief, you will give me a good story. And they're like, all right, as long as we have that agreement, let's go. And that's what we get here.
Do you think we can get back to that time? As far as
American content and actually telling it that way? I would hope so, but the problem is what we are getting it in is very, very adult content. Like we're getting Westworld.
There's no middle. There's no middle ground.
Like other than like say like Steven Universe and like Adventure Time, those shows do the nice middle ground.
But then after that, they tend to go sometimes too far, and then everyone starts complaining, and you're like, well, what's too far? I thought we've been prepping you. The show is growing with you, so you can't do that whole thing where you're like, oh no, the show's been on air, even though they've had like only so many seasons, they've essentially been on air for about 4, almost close to 5 years. So hey, you've grown by now. So we're gonna go ahead and go with you, and they don't allow that.
Here's the thing that's intriguing me about Super Sentai or Tokusatsu, like Sentai Kamen Rider, is the idea that like it's never really stated out loud, but there's a theory that like for fans for these shows, there's a 5-year changeover. So a show a kid will watch, they'll stay on this franchise, Kamen Rider, Ultraman, Super Sentai. Then 5 years later, they most likely will get out of it, and they leave. But then that time point, another group of kids will discover it, and they'll keep going. That's kind of the deal there. Right. That means that's what I like about Super Sentai and Rider is that they are still always aiming for children, and are never afraid to stay as children property. Okay. But they're not talking down to kids. They're not treating kids like oh, you need to be babysat and spoon-fed storylines. Like no, they will tell you things like a long-standing storyline of a guy who realizes that he thought his best friend for years turns out to be a jerk.
Ultimately, like, man, that whole Cuervo kind of connection, that was still crazy to me. Like, okay, I thought he was so great. I thought he was so amazing. I also thought he was dead. I come to find out he's alive, and I'm thinking, okay, he's alive, but he's a prisoner. No, he's a willing participant in all of this. And not even only a willing participant, he's a dick. It like, dude, it gets to that point where you're just like, man, we changed up the dynamic of who Cuervo was, and we get to see this whole journey. And it was so cool because we're able to do it in such a short amount of time. His screen time wasn't too much, but yet we got this whole arc of a story for Cuervo. Now,
24 minutes.
There you go. My thing is, I just wish we could get that. I just wish we could have gotten that for Spada.
They do a lot for 24 minutes.
Spada's the one guy, I've been seeing him in almost every episode, and yet I'm still, where's Spada's origin? And we're not going to get it. We're not going to get it. He's a cook. He's a cook and he plays baseball and he's really bad at it until later.
I think that apparently was never a thing until that one episode.
I think the best Spada episode we had was the one where they were in that little Dungeons and Dragons type of thing where he had like
that was funny.
That was the best spot episode.
That was funny, but I loved what they did with Stinger at that episode too because he was forced to be a jester, which is absolutely the opposite of the kind of person Stinger is. Anyways, I agree though that might be better when we get around to the end of the show. But I agree, Spada. It's 46 now, 7 episodes in. I don't know what your deal is outside of Mamma Mia.
Nothing's happening.
Mamma Mia. Oh my God.
With Saban, it got to a point where they had storylines like this. Like I can't remember what season it really stopped at, because Lost Galaxy was good. Even Time Force. They had like a whole thing with Lightspeed where the brother was taken by the demon.
Mm-hmm.
So they still had a pretty good story and still fit it within the 24-minute mark, but then it kind of fell off when it went to Nickelodeon. And it doesn't make sense because Nickelodeon's not one to like hold back on something. They used to have shows like Doug and Hey Arnold where
true. That's very true.
If you watch Hey Arnold now, there are some really dark tones stuff in there.
Yeah. Yes. The Courage of the Cowardly Dog. There are moments where you're like, like.
So I'm a big fan of the current Ninja Turtles animated CGI.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
And I know it's almost over. I think it's great, the CGI one. I thought this is a really good.
It's a good mix of the kids show and also bringing back the nostalgia.
Exactly, and then being a little mature when they want to be, without
that's
putting
because
it too much.
They also connected.
The thing is, they don't throw it out there, or they kind of just breeze over, and then if you catch it, then you know that you know what it is.
But it's because they also reconnected with Eastman for that one, for that. So that was interesting when Nickelodeon literally reached out and said, "We'd love for you to be able to at least consult on this," and he was like, "Okay, great, I got some ideas."
So you're saying, are you saying for Power Rangers 60 they need to go back to their roots a little bit?
A little bit. I feel that they do.
The roots is Japan, and the roots is looking at how they tell their stories.
Because if you're looking to convert this, like, pay attention to what we've done with it. Pay attention to exactly what's been done, because then a lot of stuff will change for you.
All right.
Like a great example. I'm sorry. That thing.
So you watch a lot of the Sentais.
Yes.
So Megaforce compared to Gokaiger, the story was way different. Or Shinkenger. How about Samurai to Shinkenger?
Samurai Shinkenger. I kind of brought this up in the Ranger wrap up. Is that that's the one time Power Rangers ever went, okay, let's just take the scripts from the Sentai, slightly rewrite it.
It's not too far off.
It's not too far off. The problem is they found a way to make it worse.
Did they?
That's horrible,
man. They messed up on some of the characterization. There's an episode that bothered me so much, where in the show, there's an episode where the Green Ranger character, Jackie, left and got real mad and started hanging out with his bad boy friends, right? And then and he's like, screw his responsibility as a Shinkenger. And then a monster attacks, and then an explosion happens, and his friends are hospitalized.
Okay, that would have been a good version for for Samurai.
Hospitalized, and there he is realizing his mistake of backing away from his responsibilities, and he's in the hospital seeing his friends in medical beds. And he's like, this is why I have to do this. Samurai did the same episode.
But they went to an arcade.
Just like he's like, they did go to the arcade. Just like in Japan. But then when the explosion happened, his two friends just flew off the screen, and then we never heard from them again.
I don't think they want.
Wait, what?
They don't.
No hospitalization.
So they died.
No, they're not dead.
Well, how do we know they never heard
they probably they got up all we gotta get out of here, and then they walked away.
Oh man!
The consequences of that storyline.
They throw consequences
out the window, and it just became
because they don't want the kids to go up to the parents. Hey, what's going on here? Or
true.
So then
they
get involved in it, and then they start. Having petitions hey, this shows.
Really, the truth of the matter is, as a parent, I don't want to do any work. I really don't. I put you in front of the TV because I'm thinking it's going to babysit you. Now you're asking me questions about life, death, and the existence of everything. Dear Saban, how dare you do this? I do not want to be a parent. Oh wait, delete that.
All right, let's go back to Kyuranger for a bit.
Yes.
I mean, we started off on to that side rant.
Yes.
Okay, so. I think it's something I'll talk about in episode 47.
Oh, yeah. All right. 46, great. Oh, my gosh. A lot of stuff was set up. 47, literally, even when they opened up the episode and they're like, previously on, it was just like, it hurt again. It was like, I just worked to close this cut, and now you just rip it open and make it worse. Oh, man. Danamage is a badass. Dude, all right, I just killed Cuervo, and guess what else I did? I just possessed his friend, and it's like, and now I'm going to get stronger and just possess everyone else. And not even possess, I'm going to suck them in, and that's all I'm going to do.
I'll absorb your command.
So the whole fight scene, they knew that's what they wanted to do?
Essentially, that's what they're saying.
They knew,
so they knew they were doing that, and I think that's why they sent the Phoenix Soldier first to go ahead and start it off, because still, I guess, tactically
Well,
he'd be
was
smart
the
enough
Phoenix
for
Soldier part
ready
of that
for
plan?
it.
Suki didn't know about this plan.
So he didn't?
He didn't.
Oh no, that's right. Because he was like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it was genius and such a
I
gamble."
think
That's
him
right.
getting possessed is what they.
What made them actually put together the plan?
Yeah.
Oh, there's
Commander getting sucked in.
Yeah, that was like that's when Lucky figured out an idea for the plan that we saw in this episode. Once he saw Commander, and he's like, okay, the Q-Tama's in Don Armagay. What if? Now the next part in the beginning of this episode is your good old fashioned who's with me.
Yeah.
See?
Yeah.
Everybody, like, Hammy was offended. She was.
Oh shit!
yeah.
Like,
Hammy was upset. Like, I'm not taking
been through
this.
so much, and this is the question you're asking us.
Yeah.
It should be, what's the plan?
Yeah, it should be like, all right, guys, here's the plan. But I can't believe that you asked me, am I with you?
Yeah.
I've been with you from the beginning. You know how much I've sacrificed, how much I've given, and that is actually great to hear a character say that.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, it's like, yeah, you never think about that. Where it's like, I don't need to waste my time with this stupid speech. I've been here. I am here.
Yeah.
Why would you ask that?
Yeah.
Like, you know, did I say, all right, well, this is all done, and I walked away?
Yeah.
Was I the Hammy that was in your freaking Q-Tama world?
Yeah.
No. Okay, so it's like,
I like with this show they can squeeze character development in like 3 minutes.
dude,
3
with
minutes.
just a few lines.
Just like
there aren't throwaway lines.
and then
everything's
you
important.
spread it out evenly.
Yeah.
So you had Hammy, and then you had Katara
and Stinger and
Yeah.
Champ. I love that trio.
Then they sung their
so
old song,
much.
man.
When Stinger
It's like a warrior song.
Yeah.
When Stinger starts singing, it always works on me.
Yeah.
I thought they were gonna go on for a while, and then they stopped.
No. They were like, nope, we're gonna.
So this is not a knock, but it's something I thought about. And
Okay.
I like. Okay, first off, Balance and Naga, two of my favorites of the whole show. So I like the scene with them. You know, especially it's all it's like Naga's like, I got a new emotion. I know how I feel about it.
But where was Balance going? He was dipping out.
He was dipping out.
He was dipping out.
He turned off. He literally was like, "Brr." That was it.
It's funny and I like it a lot, but it did leave something that I would feel like, you know what would have like added an extra spice to the drama is like, what if Balance, like everyone's doing we're like, clearly we're gonna be there, we're gonna do this. What if Balance like told Naga like, what if we left?
You know what? How good that would be, especially for his character, because he's a thief,
right?
You know, so he's like that level of loyalty. Yeah, I'm here. But then when it gets too deep, I need to be able to cut when I see the heat coming around the corner. And like literally, that was it. Like, I'm out.
And like Naga could be like, I don't know if it's a good idea, but where you go, I go.
I go. That's true.
And so there's a moment, and if they do the classic, and then they do the classic, everyone's walking in, but they're missing for a couple of seconds, and everyone's like, oh. What
it would have been a feeling,
and then they came in and going, "Sorry, we're late." It's like, oh, that would have been so great.
Yeah,
that would have been good. That would have been good.
It's still good as is. I won't point that out.
Man.
I still like it as is.
Dang, that would have been good,
right?
Like, okay, so far 2 rewrites was one was just boom, flash of light, and then he wakes up inside of the Q-Tama world. We don't know it yet, and now this one where it's like, where you go, I go, and then we cut to another scene, and then
or
2
they
good
come in,
rewrites
or they
right
come
there.
in.
I'm down.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that they could have done differently, but it still worked out.
It still worked out. I still like this show.
That's
not me saying, "Oh, that sucked because I didn't do my dumb idea I came up with because I'm not a writer at Toei."
Anybody can point at things.
Very true. No, I'm not. But I love it. It would have actually push for a little bit more tension.
I agree.
And a feeling where it's like, ooh, there goes some gravitas. That would have been great.
Or where they have all the Rangers surrounded, where they had like Stinger and Champ, and then like all surrounded. They're like, "Oh, we're gonna go for it."
Yeah.
Or then where Garu was all by himself and everybody was on the high mountain. And like,
dude, that was trippy for me when Garu was like, "Go, I've got it," and he was like, "Okay, I've only got to clear these guys."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Oh, Garu can do this even without being like changed. He can take it." And then after that, I was like, "All right, here, wait, all right." And you saw Garu himself like, oh, "Okay, whoa, hold on," and then he was like, "Well, say your prayers," and he was like, I'm gonna go in for it." But he sold it. I didn't realize that like when they all started doing that, they were selling it.
Oh yeah,
that's what they were doing,
even,
and it was so good.
And
Naga.
That scene where they're back to back, just kind of like slumping down. Naga's powering down.
Balance powered down. But that was...
Oh, God.
Dude, seriously, that
hurt.
It did because when he powered down, I was like, wait, why is he powering? And then when Naga looks over and he sees a hole in his back. And I was like, oh, dude, he did get hit.
Yeah.
Like, I didn't realize he got a good hit. And it was like, man, it's over. It's over. I was just like, there's no winning here.
This sequence actually echoes a lot of the last couple episodes of Kyuranger. Mm-hmm. Which, of course, we got Dino Charge over here. And it's very similar in that regard where it's like the team starts splintering off into teams of 2 or 1. And each team basically is like red and female member of the team. You go ahead while we hold off the army. Yeah. And it's real. And that's the thing. That's just that. I'm always into that, obviously, because it's a group of 12. I mean, in this case, it's 10. 10. We are 2 of them are out of it right now. It's a group of 10, but it doesn't mean that they can't get overwhelmed. By this fight, and like it's cool to see like the trio of like Champ and like Stinger and Kotaro like, okay, we got this, and Naga and Balance, we got this, and Garo saying, I'm fine on my own.
Yeah, right.
But it's also like, don't die.
Oh, don't die. And slowly but surely, everyone did.
Yeah.
And then, like, it just even freaked me out more when Don Amache was like, all right, and now I'm absorbing them. And I was like, wait, what's going on? Because before he even said it, when it was like, they just all started to sparkle off and turn into like this purple light. And I was like, what's happening? What's going on? What's going on? And then after that, he was like, yes, I'm absorbing them too. I was like, no, you're not. No. I know this is familiar, but don't do it. Don't do it. And then sure enough, they all started to go. And I was like, we've lost. Yeah. I literally, you guys saw me. I was watching, and I was just like, oh my god.
No, it's actually quite entertaining to see you react. I was on the side like my soda going.
And I was just sitting there like, we lost. Like it hit me, man. The first scene, I freaked out. Like I was really like, we lost. They're gonna actually go for it. Like this is what's gonna happen. We're gonna have a show where not everybody gets a happy ending.
See,
like that's
for me,
freaked me out. I was so happy.
Once they killed 1 or 2 of them, and I would have believed that they would kill them off because there's 12. They started off with 12 of them. But once they started getting like a good majority of them, I was like, oh no, something's gonna happen at the end. There's no way. But I could see them losing 1 or 2 Rangers. But
you got a couple to spare. For a show called 9 Rangers.
Yeah, exactly. That would have been it. Simple, quick, and easy.
And then are they trying to like develop relationships between like Raptor and Spada and Lucky and Hammy?
It's something like that.
What's that?
Are they trying to develop some like romantic relationships between a few Rangers?
I feel like there's clearly like Hammy and Lucky have that kind of a chemistry thing. It's possible. And when you say with Spada and Raptor, I think they're totally gonna be a thing. 100%.
Spada and Raptor, which is very weird, but yes, that'll be a thing.
I'm starting that.
Oh, jeez, this is so weird.
Spator.
So weird. I'm gonna make food for you, but you're a robot. P.S. You'll never eat it.
It's kind of like the Vision and Scarlet Witch relationship, you know?
Oh, okay. But Vision can kind of like, shapeshift into things. What's Raptor gonna do? Just like
she's like very angry at you.
Matt Hutton says Hammy and Lucky are dating in real life. Okay.
The actors.
Oh.
So that's where the chemistry comes from.
So they were like, all right, let's go ahead and make sure everyone knows the shipping is happening. It's really happening.
Tom Craven, thank you. That's really nice you say, because he was like, welcome to your much welcome edition. That's
okay. Yeah.
Thanks.
Thank you. Stop
it. Keep it coming.
Yeah, right. Stop.
So where do you guys think what do you think is going to happen in the next episode?
Once after they like.
So everybody comes out of this, you think?
Yeah.
Everybody comes out of this. Maybe Tsurugi dies.
Here's the thing, right? Like, I think, personally, Tsurugi should die.
Yep.
Tsurugi should die.
Yep.
After everything is said and done.
Yeah, because that would make him a legend. That's his thing.
That's you want to be a legend. The only way you really can be is your death.
On his own terms.
It would be better on his own terms. And,
Look at them. They just look so cute together. But it's kind of trippy that she's going to be somewhere in Shattered Grid, and we don't know if he is yet. So that's why he's back there, because he's like...
got that little...
Yeah, you know? Yeah, she's like, I'm a little bit better than you. And he's like... Yeah, exactly. She's like, look at my invite, and he's like, oh, well...
The American Ranger Kyutama.
Yeah, he's like, oh, yeah, I've got an American Ranger Kyutama. He's like, aw.
So Tsurugi doesn't come out of this alive.
I believe so. I think that would be the best case. Will they do it? That's the question.
I don't think they will.
Right?
Especially as you pointed out, you were like, they started...
I could see them doing it.
Really? Once they started to kill, like you said, once they started to kill off the other ones, you were like...
Yeah, once they started killing
same thing. Now that they brought them all back, I'm just waiting for that explanation of, oh, when I was in there and we used all of our powers, it healed me back up. So I'm not dying anymore. That's what I'm expecting here. And then it's just, because Rangers. You're like, why are you guys adapting the U.S. ideal?
He siphoned off a little bit of...
They're like, we're not a show anymore. Hey, guys!
Everybody else dies like a year before they're supposed to die. Like, I feel like I could have gone to like 80 years old.
Yeah, like,
why am I dying already?
I'm 79 and I felt like I could have gone to 80. And he's like, hey, guys, I'm going to go destroy another armada. You know? Something like that. It's like, he's going to live on forever now.
I agree with you. I'd totally be fine with if he passed away in the series.
Honestly, I think he deserves it.
I agree.
He deserves to die.
But not as a harsh way. I mean, he deserves it because it was like, that's what's going to make him a legend.
Because his job is done.
So much.
His job is done.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
And he doesn't mind dying if that's the case.
He trusts Lucky so much that he knows that Lucky's going to carry on.
Yes.
This whole
like when that whole rule change where it was like, where he turns to Lucky and says, I'll be your shield. And it was like, okay, that's it. So once you said that, I automatically pegged you as you're going to die.
It's kind of interesting because, like, in this show, Tsurugi is, in a weird way, it's like a legacy thing with Tsurugi and Lucky. Mm-hmm. They both happen to be Reds, and Tsurugi technically came first. So it is a Red Ranger giving another Red Ranger his due.
That's right.
And it's like, you earned this.
Yes.
You know?
And that's the ultimate way to do it.
So if they were to go forward with this series for Saban, Tsurugi's character would technically have to be a legendary ranger. If
they want to. I mean, we know how they go with these animations.
So, I mean, would Tsurugi be Tommy? Because legendary ranger?
Anybody else.
Well, it would be dope if they actually did say, hey, Austin. Time to come back.
That would be cool.
You see him right now. You see him right now. He's kind of actually starting to chisel back again.
That's true.
And I'm like, well, what's going on? What are you doing lately?
It's true.
What are you doing? Oh, yeah, I know you're on some game right now, and you're doing like a voice or model for a game. But why are you getting all chiseled for this? Something's going on. Something's happening.
Someone, who's been waiting for a good call is Walter.
Dude, Walter has not skipped a beat. You're like, hey, Walter, can you do a backflip? He's like, nah, man, I don't want to. All right. You're like, whoa. Why'd you just do that? And then also, I got to say, John Young Bosch is still able to do stuff.
Oh, yeah.
And also, well, of course he is. You see him, he was like Stuntman Extreme.
Yeah.
And then, shockingly enough, Yost. Have you noticed? I follow Yost on Instagram. Mm-hmm. Yost is starting to get yoked. What's going on? I'm just saying, classic Rangers are starting to get yoked again. So I'm like,
they're getting ready.
You guys are getting ready for something. I know the anniversary is happening, but I want to know. I do want to know. I'm going to find out.
You're getting ripped.
I'm going to find out. I won't tell anyone, but I will find out. Because I don't want to know.
Maybe it would be a character from one of the other space series.
Yeah,
that makes sense, especially
makes sense.
It's a space opera.
So, I'd be open to that.
Yeah?
I would be. I'll be open to any of these things we are talking about.
Yeah.
Specifically someone from MMPR, because
come on,
those guys, just like David would be a great.
They would be interesting.
Because Billy, as far as I'm concerned, like left on a planet of walk with
He is in space anyway now. Yeah, that makes sense. So that'd be interesting for him to come back. Mm-hmm. But then it would have to be some sad story.
I kind of don't want this series to end. So if we don't watch it, does that mean that it doesn't?
It doesn't.
In your heart, in your heart, Jezzer, it'll never end.
I tried.
Then right at the end of 47, they're running into battle,
and then
it just stops.
And it stops. It's just like it's Sopranos. Just goes black, and you're like, I don't know, and that's it.
You can stop. Right now,
you could.
They do a lot more. They do a lot more with 22 minutes than Saban does with 22 minutes.
I'll never argue that.
I feel like time stops when you're watching some of these episodes.
It
They
does.
fit so much into it.
It does. Because you're like, I don't know what you're doing. It's some special kind of technology you guys are using to be able to tell what feels like an hour story.
With the
in
Saban
22
stories,
minutes.
they have the setup, they have the story, and then they have the conclusion.
Yep.
With these stories, it's a whole continuation of the whole series, where they don't have specific
formula.
You know,
They're not. It's not formulaic. They're just like, hey, we're telling the story, so enjoy it, and that's it. We're not going to try to stick to a formula so you can see it and recognize it and feel safe. And we don't want you to feel safe. We want you to think anyone can get it at any time, and yet you're just going to watch it, and that's what they do. And I'm like,
That's what they used to do with a lot of old TV shows.
Yeah.
They just had it going, not episodic, but just flow right through.
Yeah.
And then you remember everything from the past episodes that you don't have to spend so much time on.
Nope.
On like building up these characters, you know?
And it's just a shame that we don't get it now, but we do get it in this show, and that's why I was like, it's one of my favorite shows. It's really good. And what I think will happen next week, it is our final and farewell to them. I think that I would like to see Tsurugi die. I don't think he will, though.
Yeah.
Maybe Commander.
It's already,
Commander died so many times.
He's died so many times.
That's
I'm
true.
like,
This
dude.
is technically his second time, isn't it?
Yeah.
Technically,
So I'm
but
like,
we haven't seen the first time, though.
Yeah, we didn't
It's out
see
there,
it.
though,
It was
right?
like it's
the
somewhere.
movie's out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
heard about that.
So,
I haven't seen the movie yet.
We haven't seen it, but he's died.
I'm sure he's fine.
So with this, it's just like I don't know
And
what I'm
do they all
expecting to
split
see.
up? Do you think they all just go all their?
I think
their
after
different
they've
ways?
saved the universe, yes, because Lucky needs to be the ruler of that kingdom. And
He has his queen.
Yeah, exactly. Spada's going to be like some. He's going to start
Space
the Food
chef.
Network. Yeah, he's going to
Yes,
start like the
start
Food
the
Network.
Food
It's going to happen. He's going to turn into like Guy Fieri, and everybody's going to hate him. So
Champ's
that's
gonna be a champion in the ring.
Flavor Planet.
Yeah,
He's gonna be
the Flavor Planet. Yeah, he's like, welcome to Flavor Planet, baby. Yeah.
Last time we had a Sentai death was Torin from
Kyuranger.
Really?
Yes, he was their commander/mentor character.
Oh.
Is he the Birdman?
He's the Birdman.
And he actually died.
He actually died.
Oh, speaking
You
of
can't tell
Birdman-
from that show though. He's a ghost who's fucking showing up in every special he could. But it's a great death.
What was his
Speaking
name
of-
in the Dino Charge series?
Something bird thing.
Huh?
Xenowing.
Xenowing.
Was that a wing?
Thank you. On the side.
That makes sense.
JD.
That makes sense. our own personal JDF. That's what he is.
Exactly.
No, but
Exactly.
speaking of Birdman, you pointed out the wings on.
Yeah, they look
what's
like. To me, it looks like
Dr.
you know,
Maje's
it
wings.
kind of looks like those pool floaties where you blow them up. And they're just there. Like
Oh,
They
man.
made bull floaties.
I feel like
"All right, put 'em on."
they could have done a little bit. Like Stinger's brother he looked menacing.
Oh
he did.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is Don Rajay. You're thinking, all right, you better look like dangerous. I don't know what.
Yeah.
And then they're like, nah. And then they knock him down to his true form, and his true form is not even special or anything. You're just kind of like, all right.
He's
guess
got
we're
to
just
like
there.
80
then-
forms, I
Yeah.
feel like.
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
last couple
80 forms.
episodes.
And then he sucks in the universe, and now he has a halo around him and everything, and it's like, okay, the whole play on like the angelic kind of thing is kind of trippy, and they don't really address it too much on this. But it's like, okay, he looks like a cherubim, a seraphim. He looks like this and that. Like, all right, first he has 2 wings, later then he has 4, now he has 6, and you're like, okay, so now he's the seraphim, where it's like, all right, he covers his eyes, he covers his legs, and the other ones are just floating, and he's like, holy, this is how great I am. Like that whole thing, and it's like, okay, so now he's like at the ultimate level. So then now it's like, oh no, we even have it beyond. Now he'll have his own halo. And you're like, if that's something I don't think anyone noticed or paid attention to.
Oh,
but
that's a
when
good
he
point.
sucks it in the universe, he has a halo now.
I totally didn't
And you're
catch
just like,
that. You're
okay,
right.
now he's divine.
Yeah.
And it's just like, oh, dude, this is good. Because it's just kind of like, well, ultimately he is, isn't he? He's pretty much a god now. I've taken in the entire universe.
Yeah.
And that answers the whole thing of, because everyone asks the question, they even asked it on the show, well, if you destroy the universe, you're in it, what are you going to do? I'm going to destroy it and turn everyone into planetanium, whatever, so I can absorb them.
Yep.
That was his whole thing. So ultimately, becoming a god, and I'll be able to restructure the universe in my own image.
Right.
That's what he wants to do. Makes sense now. And they didn't even have to say it. You just see it all, and you're like, oh, I get it.
Do you still
Because
think
you picked it up, you're paying attention.
Exactly.
do you
they
think he still
expect
has
you to pay
pull though?
attention.
Like he's lost his host. He's
weaker. In desperate mode right now, though.
But he just sucked up all the universe at the end, right?
Yeah, he did. He was a shock vac of all the.
It was like you said, it's a boss move, right?
Yeah.
The final part of the game where you're like, boom, all right, I knocked him down, that's it. And then Bison gets up and he goes, and you're like, oh no, hold on.
Please stop.
And then the life bar goes right back up, and you're like, no. Why isn't my life bar going up?
It's funny because you have a life bar above your head right now, too.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Who's winning that right
Who is winning that? You know what that is?
Larry.
If you guys don't know, that's actually our, funny enough, talking about life bars and bosses, this is our hashtag boss. And the great way that you can actually be the hashtag boss is supporting this show. You can support it by using the S in the chat. All you have to do is help. Look at those are inflatable wings.
I can't unsee that now.
Damn, those inflatable wings.
Oh man.
Oh jeez, that really ruined.
I kind of like. It's like I like the color scheme, but man, oh man.
Yeah.
So did he take his jacket and just kind of put it over his body?
He did.
Yeah, he did. I don't know how it happened.
Holy moly, he did.
Like the wings grew out of it. And that's
does this jacket fit me?
Does this make me look fat?
No, it doesn't at all, Donner.
Okay, good.
Be honest.
All right. Tell me. All right.
No, you look great.
I have to go fight people now. I'm gonna go. This looks good.
All his forms, they looked totally different. Like they don't look.
Everyone
like the same
looks different.
Yeah, he's not a consistent.
He doesn't look like the same character.
No.
I mean, shouldn't we have learned something from Frieza?
When they bring this to America, it's gonna be like 3 different characters.
Yep. They're gonna do it where it's like
Don Armagee family.
Yes.
They're gonna be that. They're gonna make him like Monster of the Week. One of them Monster of the Week.
You're like, wait, what? What happened? This is Don Armagee Monster of the Week. Yeah. Or I know maybe the Don Armagee family. Once again, it may take Joe's idea and turn him into a crime boss kind of family, like mafia. And that's why he's like, I'm Don Armagee. You know?
Well, they might not even use that name. They'll give him something a little more.
It could be, but once
demon-y.
again, that S stands for support, not hope.
Yep.
If you go ahead and press that, you'll be able to make your chat highlight above everyone else's, so we'll be able to catch it.
And then what do they get if they win it?
Oh, this is very interesting. If you happen to win that life bar, which is over, no, you can't even. I have to lean in over there. There. Okay, right there. Oh my God, look at it over there in the corner.
Right above Don Armagee. Oh no, that's right over you again. Right.
If you win that, bing, 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 life bar, like coins should start popping out. If you win that life bar, actually you get to come down to Power Morphicon. We'll be able to give you passes for the weekend. That's right, all access passes, and you will have a guaranteed, because Joe said it, guaranteed date with a ranger. So that's what
he said.
I remember that. I'll pull back and I'll find that episode because I was like, no, I don't know if we're guaranteed. You were like, no, I guarantee it.
I guarantee that is a
so that's what you guys will actually get. It's a Joe guarantee. No, he said it more like, I guarantee this is gonna happen, and people were like, I believe it once I saw it, and that's it.
So Larry's in the lead right now, and Tom Craven says he's trying to knock a chunk off that.
Hey, and I appreciate it, and this is great. Let's make that thing happen. Let's make it happen. But, man, I don't know what is going to happen except for Don Armagee is going to lose.
Yeah.
Lucky's going to take over his kingdom again. Maybe, once again, we're hoping that Sayuri dies.
I mean, it's weird, but I also hope.
What's his name? Spada will run his kitchen in space with Raptor, his wife. And
Champ will win the WW Space E.
Oh, the WW Space E, championship against John Space Cena. That's it. That's gonna be big. That's gonna be big. He is actually gonna be. Oh my God, Champ will be the real, true Brahma Bull. That's it. That's true.
You think if they were to bring the series to America, they'd bring these characters?
I doubt it. I doubt it. I mean, okay. Here's the big question: Will they use the suit characters? That's Raptor, Spada.
Oh, see,
not Raptor. Sorry,
they might use Commander.
Raptor, Commander, Balance, and Champ. Will they use them? I hope so. They're some of my favorite things about it.
I would love that, but do you think Saban wants to pay for all that? Saban's like, I'll pay for one. I'm not going to pay for all of them.
Would that be that expensive though? I mean, they're bringing in monsters anyways. So.
Yeah, true. But I don't know. It's like for sometimes I don't know if it's like a higher price. If you want to use these as your main characters, we know you'll see them all the time.
You could have a different suit actor in there every day, so you could just pay him like
That's very true.
Yeah,
that's very true. You can pay him day quote and be done.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is also with it.
Garo. I love Garo. Sorry about that.
Right.
I feel like they should. I think they definitely should. Because it's like, they're such fun-looking characters.
But I feel that if
and then how would you explain Garu's suit? I mean, it's all furry and all.
No, exactly!
Oh, that's true. That's
true.
Why
is that Power Ranger furry?
But yeah, like, wait, why is he? Because I'll turn into a werewolf, and that's why. And boom, that's their answer. They would, and then he'd be so like, if they do bring the commander on, then he's gonna be even wackier than he already is.
Yeah,
it's gonna be like.
Black wants to know, why do we want Tsurugi to die?
Why do we?
Because I think he's outlived his usefulness, and ultimately, in the end, he wants to die as a legend. That's what he wants. So I'm just hoping for what he wants.
It's just gonna add a nice dramatic beat.
You can't have everything just be the totally
perfect.
All happy.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's like a drama like when you are in a Star War.
Thank you. There's going to be some death.
There's got to be some death.
I mean, we're learning that now finally with actual Star Wars.
That's right.
We're actually getting where they're like, yeah, we're not afraid to actually go ahead and awe some people because, hey, this is what happens.
Yeah.
And you're like, yes. Yes. And that's what we're having. It's not just a space opera. It's literally a Star War.
Yeah.
So people die. There are people that die, and why not let it be someone that we've loved because it makes it more important.
Plus, I mean, he doesn't. What does he have left? Like,
he's done
he doesn't have anything.
Yeah.
He's done everything. He wants a warrior's death, so we'll give him a warrior's death. Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's it.
We have to at least have one death.
Yes.
I feel like there has to be
one.
There has to be. I thought we had the two. I thought we had the two.
When that
until
happened,
the end.
were you like, what?
I did. I was like.
I didn't expect when I first watched that episode 46. I didn't expect that to happen. I thought, they lost Tsurugi, then that's it.
Yeah.
But then they came back and said, oh man, another one.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, and then after that, it was just like, now everyone's dead. I was like, okay, I'm still gonna go with this. Everything's lost. Everything's lost. And then when that light started to shine out, I was like, oh god. Here it comes. And then sure enough, I put the Q globe inside of you. I was like, oh, God, no, don't do this to me. And everyone that's inside of you is still alive because of the spirit of... And now they're all here. I was like, oh, fuck.
To quote Doctor Who, everybody gets to live.
Yes. This once, everyone gets to live.
Everyone gets to live.
Oh, God. That was the only part that was like, disappointing. Everything else still, I was like, yeah.
Blackwing asked, Justin, what was the best Sentai death? For me, it was between Time Fire and Abare Killer. Ooh, that's a...
It's over my head for right now, but I will learn.
That's a good question. Honestly, I haven't finished Time Ranger yet, but don't worry about spoiling it. I already knew he died.
Y'all know?
I'm thinking now. There's some pretty good ones.
See, you know what? That I would love to know more. Cause that's the thing I'm really interested in. Ooh, okay. So that's an episode. That's something I want to know.
Yeah.
I need to know. But I know what the fans need to know right now. They need to know that we are definitely hosting Power and Morphicon's prom.
That's
what I need you guys to know. And don't forget it, because it is going to be one of the biggest and best events you have ever been to. Am I right? Yes or no?
It's a big promise.
Are you going?
Oh, yes.
Are you going?
Oh, well, right now I may be going with a Ranger. I don't know. Mm-hmm. We have to get my video up and everything. You guys will see it, and then you'll know exactly who I may be going with. I may. Who knows? I may say yes
What
or
you,
no.
Justin? You going to go to Angel Grove prom at Power Morph?
I'm still trying to figure out that whole date thing.
Yeah? Who do you want to go with?
I have no clue right now.
Is there someone that you kind of had your eye on?
Thinking about.
Yeah.
I'll wait till later.
Okay, all right.
Figure it out.
Hey, you can figure it out. Put it together.
If you guys like Kyuranger, we would be happy to announce that we will be doing something special with Kyuranger. It has something to do with the little background behind this. So if you guys like this, do you guys like this promotional art?
Right?
Yeah?
Oh, hey, look, I've been framed.
You're coming yourself.
Wait.
So it's going to happen in the near future. You guys can get really excited about it. And you get the whole cast. of Hashtag Show as Kyurangers.
That's right.
Who are you? Right. You're
well, I am actually Commander.
You're all sitting right above.
I'm right in front of myself. That's I'm sitting
so that's
going to
be coming up in the near future, so you guys can get really excited about that.
Trust me, you guys start speculating, trying to figure out exactly what's going on. I love it. Mm-hmm. We should actually make that a thing. Speculate, figure out what we're gonna do. Yep. Because no matter what you guys put together, trust me, it will be good. Mm-hmm. But ours will still be even better. But that's what I promise you.
For the Angel Go Prom, send your videos in. You don't have to ask a ranger because realistically, it's not going to happen.
That's what I was telling people. Ask someone that you know, because trust me, you're going to get a yes if it's like, yo, I shot a video, and you know what? These guys on this very, very strong, powerful YouTube network went ahead and put it out.
Yep.
And come on. You're like, yeah, I've got the hookup. That's how great it can look.
There's so much stuff that we're going to be doing over there. It's going to be so much fun.
Oh, my God.
I love Power Morphicon. This is going to be my third year.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, my third year. The first year was fun.
It's going to be my second, actually.
Your second year?
Is it my second? Yeah, it's going to be my second. And I am amped for it. Like I said, I was sold on Power Rangers after the Morphicon. I was. So now this one is just like, now I'm getting a little bit more steeped into everything. Yeah. It's going to be like, I can't wait for it, man.
The first year I went with my buddy, and we were Alpha and Zordon. And dude, that place just blew up.
I freaked out.
Huh?
I loved your guys' costume.
Right.
I took a photo of you guys.
I still see the pictures.
And you know how the Power Rangers they charge for pictures or whatever. I didn't have to do that when we had that because all of the Rangers wanted a picture with us, and you just take it off their Instagram.
And then I love how there's a video still of like some Ranger, and he was like he did the whole handhold.
Oh yeah,
flip. Who was that?
That was Hector. He's from Samurai.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I was hanging out in front of the Bandai booth trying to get like one of their exclusive keys. And some dude was like, "Hey, come here." I was like, "Dude, don't like."
Calm down on the suit, bro.
Usually cosplayers don't like you touching the suit in such an aggressive way.
Yeah, because you might break my suit.
Hey. He goes, "We're gonna do something." I was like, "All right, give me your hand." I was like, "What's going on?" So he did the
flip and then he did the flip, and you were like, all right, this happened.
So Power Morphicon is definitely gonna be so much fun. Just seeing everybody and. It's
gonna be a big thing.
So if you guys it's in Anaheim this year.
Are you gonna like mysteriously not tell anyone but show up as something?
It has happened. So first year was Alpha. First con was Alpha. Second was Blue Centurion.
Yeah.
So I gotta keep it going. I just don't know what yet.
See, but
this is hilarious. I think I've taken a photo with you every time.
Every time.
You're mentioning like wait a minute, because you posted your Alpha picture. Wait a minute, I totally took a photo with you. And then you mentioned like the Zordon, I totally took a photo with you. And then you're like, oh, Blue Centurion, I totally took a photo with you.
Because I know the Blue Centurion, I was like, yeah, I did. Oh my God, that was Jazzer that whole time. And it's like, so if you do show up and just don't tell anyone.
Don't tell.
And then you're just there, and it would just be so dope where people were just like, was that Jazzer? I don't know what that is. And everybody's on the hashtaggers. Is that Jazzer? Is that Jazzer?
That dude from Mythbusters at Comic-Con.
Oh, yeah.
Just show up in like a suit, but no one knows it.
Nobody knows it's you. Like, I love that. That's one of the
So if you guys have any suggestions on what I should do next, you guys let me know.
Yes, please.
So let's go to the Kamets.
Kamets. Apollo Thunder Flame.
Wow.
I can answer your question. A lot of people, myself included, hate Lucky. Wow, I didn't ask that question, but okay. Wow, a lot of people hate Lucky. Why do people hate Lucky?
I like Lucky.
I didn't like him in the beginning.
Here's his answer.
I grew to like him.
Yeah, I didn't like him in the beginning.
Continue, please, Apollo.
Apollo Thunder Flame. It comes down to him being a copy of the Reds from
Kyuranger and the Ninja.
There you go, those words. We're divisive. We're divisive to begin with. Along with the others praising him and the show trying to force him and his catchphrase down your throats early on. I'm Lucky. Let's go, Lucky. Yeah, that's true. That's right.
I will admit that was challenging. I was just starting to do a Yosha Lucky or just a Lucky count.
Yeah.
I'm like 12. There was 12.
You should make a video and just start doing it.
Bing, 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 bing.
It's like cinnamon.
I'm not gonna lie. It was a challenge.
Oh gosh! All right, and the season as a whole getting praise for things that were already done in other seasons. I like every other character, though Champ is best. Well, Champ is the best.
I do love Champ.
So,
I love the Champ episode where he pretended not to be Champ.
I could I'm gonna kind of argue this.
Okay. Yes.
I'm gonna argue this. You can totally dislike Lucky as a character. That's fine. I definitely grew to like Lucky, and that's the moment I realized I started liking how they used Lucky. Was in the episode where they were getting spit out of that hallway. And then they got shot out of the room. Dude, I don't know. They kept getting trapped.
The kept falling. And he's like, God damn it.
And then like the third time that's happened with him and Spada, Lucky gets up. It's like it's starting to become fun. And that's like now I like Lucky. And I realized the way I like Lucky is Lucky's the dude who's always like the glass is half full.
Yep.
And I bring up the Pollyanna thing. That's why my friend, the guy who I'm good friends with, I'm a co-creator of comic with. He brought the fact, he's a Pollyanna Sentai. I'm like, that's the perfect way to describe Lucky.
That makes sense.
And to me, I'm like, that's way more interesting than the Red Ranger and Ninja, who I may say is the worst Red Ranger on Super Sentai history. I argue that he brings zero good merit.
Okay.
Everyone both hates him and respects him for no good reason. Whereas Lucky is the kind of guy that everyone started to warm up to slowly but surely. And yeah, like all of a sudden that positive attitude starts working for me. And yeah, when I realized like Lucky's kind of guy, like the next episode where he's thrown off and he gets hit by like the stairs and he's like 2 steps away from the hit on the ground. He's like, I see, Lucky, I could have been way worse. I would have been on the ground.
Yeah.
That's a far more interesting character to me.
Okay.
That's why I'm like, no, Lucky is I don't think he's my favorite, but I think there's more to Lucky than you're giving him credit for. So that's me.
He's saying reconsider Lucky, man.
So I like Lucky. Not my favorite, but I like him.
Next comment is from Ryan DLR. He says, wrong. The Kyurangers are from a different universe, so the greatest treasure still exists there. So I think they're talking about Daryl's comment about the greatest treasure from Gokaiger being destroyed.
That's right. Yeah, but we also someone did tell us that in the chat and corrected us there. But yeah, you're right.
I mean, to be fair, like all these shows are in their own little pocket universes until they decide it's not for a special or a movie.
For a crossover episode, it's like, we'll put them together.
Don't overthink it, guys.
Which us Ranger fans do like to do.
That's very true. Was it
Bhumika Mitra?
Oh, Bhumika Mitra.
Bhumika Mitra. Hey guys. Awesome review as always. I can't state one of the Kyurangers to be my favorite, as I really like many of them, but for now, it's Stinger. Really excited to see how this journey ends. Catchphrase for Star Saviors, stars align. Oh, sorry, let me do this right. Stars align, powers combined! Power Rangers Star Savers!
Okay.
By the way, have you guys seen Kyuranger's transformation lessons? Let's star change together.
Transformation lessons?
Yeah, I guess like, this is how you put the Q... Kids, this is how you use your toy.
Put it in. Yeah.
That
makes sense.
I'm into that. That's a nice
one.
So
this series, it's bittersweet that it's going to be coming to an end.
It is, man. It's
but then we had a little preview of Pata Ranger, so that looks
I am already amped, and it's sad that I won't be there to talk to you guys about it.
But we can still enjoy it.
I will still be in the freaking chat. And I will be talking the whole time like, oh my god. But did you guys notice? Did you notice? Like, I'll be so into it.
Oh, look at that dude, Stinger right there.
Look at him.
Look how good that guy looks.
Right? I don't know, but he's not as good looking as Naga, in my opinion.
I mean,
Naga is my super ultra Sentai man crush. He is.
Totally fair.
Him and I will combi, I swear, forever. I don't care. Because he's so cool. He's so cool to me.
Like, they look totally different.
They look totally different, man. Yeah, they don't look so K-pop starish.
Yeah.
Like, they don't. They look like just, hey, regular dudes. You're like, okay, cool,
so
cool.
I think that's all we got for today.
That's it.
So after this chat ends, comment in the comment section what you thought about this episode.
Yeah. Keep the conversation going in the comments. Trust me, we will respond to you throughout the week.
God,
look at what is coming up.
I can't wait.
Of course, and it's literally the same week.
Here's the thing. I love the Lupin Ranger suits.
Yes, I do. I love the Lupin
But
Ranger.
I can't wait to see how the Patra Rangers are going to handle this. This is the thing, is like, if you're a fan of the anime Lupin the Third, which is clearly what this is supposed to be.
Okay.
Like the Sentai version of the Lupin the Third. I love the idea that the Patra Ranger characters are essentially Zenigata as a team.
Okay, so
Zenigata is the cop character that always gets eggs on his face.
So it's essentially there's something, I forgot, some jewel or something like that, and then there's a team that, someone hires the thieves to say, well, I'm going to hire thieves to catch a thief. Yeah. And then also the cops are like, well, we're just doing our job.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're just trying to catch this thief, and here goes known thieves trying to catch this other thief.
Yep.
So they're going to keep running into each other, trying to still get the same thing.
It's going to be fun, man.
So that's like, woo!
And you guys are going to get this all in the Henshin Hangout as soon as it starts. So Kamen Rider and Henshin Hangout are going to combine.
We're going to combine these
Two
Tyson crossover.
2 weeks. In 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Follow us there.
Remember, join our Facebook group. You could talk about everything that you want. There's so many comments in here, it's hard to keep track with all of them. So, yeah.
Yeah, you guys are really talking. I love it. I love it. Just get ready, because once we end this, then next week is everything new. So be prepared. Be ready. There's so much to discuss, and the last episode will be next week.
That's right.
For this current series, and then moving on to the next one almost immediately right out the gate. So, yeah.
All right, Daniel, where can we find you next?
Oh, you can find next? I don't even know what's going to be next for me. I forgot what show I'm going to be on next.
Retro Ranger wrap?
Retro Ranger wrap up tomorrow. That's where you can see me.
Ginger
and then Wednesday I have Ginger Dale, one of the the best shows on CW. Kind of.
I heard it's taking a little downfall. No, I mean the show, Riverdale, the show.
Riverdale's a great show. No, Riverdale's a great show.
How about you, Justin? Where can we find
you next?
I will definitely. So there's a full episode of Kamen Rider Cornered this week. Everyone's got little plans for tomorrow, but do check back on Pop Culture Renegades, because there I will be recording by my lonesome a teeny tiny discussion about this last week's episode, just so that we can be up to date when I get the cast back. But look for that. That'll be dropping tomorrow on the Pop Culture Renegades channel.
Okay.
I guess we'll see what happens after that. But I will be here on Henshin Hangout to discuss Lupin Ranger versus Patra Ranger, and we are then transferring over our Kamen Rider Bill Talk to this show.
Yep. So you excited?
I am. I'm looking forward to that. It's like Toei superhero time.
Yes, right? Oh man, that's big stuff.
That's about it. You want to close us out?
Well, guys, make sure to comment, like, subscribe, and share. Don't forget that. Tell more people, because the more people that know about it, that means the more people you get to have discussions with. Also, you can check us out on THS Hashtaggers. That's a Facebook group where you're able to talk about like-minded.
We're
all in it. Yeah. And you can talk about like-minded geek stuff with like-minded geeks. That's one of the best things about it. So go there and keep that conversation going. With that being said, I want to say thank you, everyone. Yes. It's been great here.
One more episode, guys.
Go ahead and pass over the torch, but we got one more episode. So with that, I want to say thank you guys. Enjoyed being here. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe to stay up to date with everything trending
in geek pop culture.
Good night. Good day. Who knows?
Bye.